What's called people Hotspur News, which defeated Crystal Palace by 4-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in match day 27 of our Premier League campaign. I'm joined by Josh. How you doing?
I'm fine. Yeah, it's just a brilliant performance in that second half.
Yeah, in my opinion, the first half, pretty evident that Palace came to park the bus, and especially with Zaha being on the bench, because I think Zaha is Palace's main attacking threat, and he started on the bench, obviously coming back from injury. So I think it was
the threat
safe.
When he came on as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty obvious that Palace came to park the bus with Zaha being on the bench. But yeah, I think first half was overall quite poor. Yeah, okay, we did score the goal through Gareth Bale, but I think the goal started off with some. To be honest, I think the first goal is. To be honest, I think the first goal is mostly Palace's mistake because to be honest, when Kane had the ball, all he had to do was square it to Bale. It's an easy tackle.
Was just too long on the ball. He should have just
passed. Yeah, poor touch. But yeah, in the first half, you can't say Crystal Palace deserved to go in level. I mean, their game plan was working, and we were too slow on the ball because obviously, we've seen this numerous times. Against teams who come to park the bus, like your Burnleys, your West Broms, your etc. So teams like that in the lower half, we have to play with quick tempo, and we just didn't do that in that first half, which is really annoying.
Yeah, if you're letting a donkey like Benteke score, that's how you know the half hasn't been that great. Honestly, that goal, I think we shouldn't have just let the cross in. I still said to you, I know you don't agree with me, but I still think it's Sanchez's fault because he's ball watching. And I feel like he should get closer to Benteke. But anyway, the cross shouldn't have got put in. We should have dealt with it even before it got to the player who crossed it.
Yeah, because the thing is, Benteke 6'4". So Palace's main way of scoring the goal is to get balls in the box, and the fact we're giving that player, I don't know who got the assist. I think it could have been Van Aanholt. But at the same time, you can't give him that much time to get the ball into Benteke, who's a literal giant. So yeah, but if anything, I think the equaliser pretty much gave the players a kick up the arse, in my opinion. That was Mourinho's team talk as well.
I think they kind of shit their pants a little bit when they scored the equaliser.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the equaliser woke them up a bit because the equaliser is pretty much evidence as to why they were not trying to up the tempo in that first half, you know what I mean? So I think the equaliser showed that we were just not good enough in that first half. But the second half, we came out and we just looked like a different side. I mean, obviously scored in the first 5 minutes. Josh's dad kind of ruined it if you watched the watch along. That's on our channel. But yeah, Kane assist, Bale goal, got a second of the game. The third goal, literally, I'm saying, watch my reaction for Kane's first goal. It was probably his best goal of the season.
Watch my reaction as well.
Yeah, well, both our reactions, if anything. First time, assist from Doherty, whipped into the top left. And fourth goal came with 10 minutes to go. Son assist. There was some questions of offside, which is why I didn't really celebrate it, because I thought Kane was off. But after a pretty lengthy VAR check, the goal stood. So yeah, 3 goals in the second half. Obviously, another important win. Now 7 ahead of Arsenal going to the derby next week. 2 ahead of Liverpool with the game in hand. So yeah, it's looking quite tasty right now. What do you think?
Yeah, but also what I'd say is, and I'm not taking any credit away from the boys in the second half, they were brilliant. But I seen Palace, they came out a bit more, they shit their pants. They were got too excited, I feel, and then Roy Hodgson changed it up and he went more attacking, and that left them vulnerable at the back. So them scoring that equaliser was probably better for us than it was for them in the long run. It opened the game up, and obviously we went on to beat them quite comfortably in the second half.
All right, people, with that being said, we're going to ask this. Who was your man of the match tonight?
I said it on the live, and I'll keep my same. Harry Kane, absolutely fantastic in the second half. The second goal was was it his first or second? I think his first goal.
It was his first.
His first goal was an absolute beaut. He got it, I think, on his right foot, and he curled it into their left corner. It was just incredible.
Yeah, to be honest, I think if you asked me at half time who the man of the match was, I would have gone with Lucas Moura, because in my opinion, throughout the whole game, first half especially, like, well, in the first half anyway, Lucas Moura for me was the only player who had any real like intent, like what's the word, like any real like intent of like upping the pace. And that's what I like about Lucas Moura. Like every time he gets the ball, like he doesn't look to pass it sideways or backwards. Like he always wants to drive forward with it, and that's what I like. But obviously, like looking at the second half, like Kane, man of the match for me as well. Obviously, like he got the assist for the first goal, which was in the first half, and 2 goals and 2 assists. Like you can't say he wasn't man of the match. So when you say that,
yeah, Kane, brilliant player. Also, I'd say Sanchez. Are people not really going to talk about him? Because Bale and Kane obviously got the 2 goals that won us the game. They were good, but Sanchez was very, very good again today. He was our best defender.
Yeah. All right, people. It's been Tottenham 4, Crystal Palace 1. The fan cams will be up tomorrow, up on our channel. So go give them a little watch as well. Thanks, Josh, for joining me as well. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.